On a Tuesday in June, a new meeting appeared on David's calendar. 30 minutes, no title, no agenda. His manager and someone from HR he had never met. David spent that night rehearsing what he had done wrong. He had done nothing wrong. Here is the part that should bother you. By the time that meeting showed up, the decision was already weeks old. The layoff did not begin in that room. It began in a document David was never allowed to see. A new org chart, built in private for a quarter that had not started yet. Roles mapped, boxes moved, names quietly left off. We have a word for that document. We call it the silent reorg. And by the end of this video, you are going to know how to read it months before it reads you. Most people think a layoff is an event, a bad quarter, a hard decision, a difficult morning. It is not an event. It is the last step of a process that started long before. The event is just the moment they tell you. By the end of this video, you will understand the silent reorg, the paperwork that decides who goes before a single person is informed. And once you can see it forming, you stop being surprised. You start being early. Let us walk through how the document actually gets built. It does not start with people. It starts with a number. Someone above your manager is handed a target, a cost figure, a headcount figure. Your manager did not choose that number. They received it. Think about what that means. The size of the cut is decided before anyone looks at who is good at their job. The performance review you're stressed about did not set the number. The number was already set. Your review only sorts you inside it. Now the document gets drawn, and here's where the signs you've been looking for actually live. The first sign is never an email about layoffs. It is a freeze. A role on your team opens up, someone leaves. The position is not backfilled. You're told it's a pause, a budget thing, temporary. A backfill freeze is not a pause. It is the company quietly shrinking the box your name sits in. The second sign is a calendar tell. Skip-level meetings appear that did not exist before. A director suddenly wants 20 minutes with people 2 levels down. That is not interest in you. That is someone building a map of who does what, so they know what breaks if you are removed. The third sign is the consultant who has no clear reason to be there. A new face in planning meetings, operational efficiency, org design. Companies do not pay outside firms to design an org they intend to keep the same. The fourth sign is the one nobody warns you about. Your manager goes quiet. Not cold, quiet. The person who used to loop you in stops looping you in. They're not punishing you. They've been told something they are not allowed to repeat. And a manager who is protecting a secret protects it by saying less. Take Priya. Priya noticed her one-on-ones got shorter. Then they moved to a smaller recurring slot. Then HR was suddenly copied on a thread that used to be just her and her boss. She told herself she was being paranoid. 6 weeks later, her role was eliminated. Notice the word, not Priya was let go. The role was eliminated. That word is doing work. Here's the part nobody warns you about. When they eliminate a role instead of a person, they take away your ability to argue. You cannot defend your performance. There is no performance conversation to have. The box on the chart is gone, and you were in the box. That's the quiet genius of the silent reorg. It converts a decision about you into a decision about structure. And structure is something you are not invited to contest. So let me define the term cleanly, because this is the word I want you to keep. The silent reorg is the future state org chart a company builds before it announces any cut. It is drawn in private. It ranks roles, not people. It exists weeks, sometimes months before the meeting on your calendar. By the time you're in the room, you are not being evaluated. You are being informed of a document that was finished before you walked in. And once you have that name, you cannot stop seeing it.
You will watch a backfill freeze and know what it is. You will watch a skip level appear and know what is being mapped. You will watch your manager go quiet and understand the silence. Now look at the higher stakes version. Marcus was a top performer. Genuinely, numbers nobody disputed. He was cut anyway. because the silent reorg does not ask who is best. It asks which boxes the new chart still has room for. Marcus was excellent at a job the new structure had deleted. Being good at the old chart does not protect you from the new one. That is the lesson the meeting will never say out loud. So hear this clearly. If you have lived through a version of this, you did everything right. You worked, you delivered, you were loyal to a number that was never going to be loyal back. You were not failing, you were being mapped. The reason it blindsided you is not that you missed something obvious. It is that the document was built in a room you were structurally never allowed into. Now you know the room exists. Now you know what the door looks like. The freeze, the skip level, the consultant, the quiet. 4 tells that the silent reorg is being drawn. Read them early, and you are no longer the person rehearsing the night before a meeting they did not choose. You are the person updating their resume in month 1, not month 6. That is the entire difference between being surprised and being early. That is corporate GPS, the map they never handed you.